The streets of Copenhagen had never seen a moment quite like this. The city, known for its stoic history and quiet royal traditions, was about to witness a moment that would ripple across Europe. Princess Leonor of Spain, heir to the Spanish throne, had arrived in Denmark, not for a formal state visit, not for ceremonial duties, but for a deeply personal moment that would define her future. A proposal. And as the world held its breath, she said yes. But the story isn't merely about a ring or a gesture of love. It's about history, legacy, and the convergence of two of Europe's most prominent royal families. For weeks, whispers had circulated about a growing bond between Leonor and Prince Christian of Denmark. Royal observers speculated, tabloids hinted, but no one could predict the scale, or the significance, of what was about to unfold. When Leonor stepped onto Danish soil, every eye followed her, but it was the anticipation of what she would decide that gripped hearts worldwide. The proposal itself was both intimate and monumental. Set against the backdrop of Copenhagen's historic palaces and serene canals, Prince Christian knelt, not as a prince performing a public act, but as a man declaring his devotion. The air was thick with history, centuries of monarchy, expectation, and diplomacy intertwined with the simple, timeless act of asking for a life together. And when Leonor's voice, steady yet filled with emotion, said, yes, it was more than an acceptance. It was a confirmation that love and duty can coexist, that even heirs to the crown can follow the heart without forsaking tradition. Yet beneath the surface, the dynamics of royalty added layers of complexity. For Leonor, this acceptance meant embracing not only a lifelong partner but also a host of expectations from her family, her nation, and the international stage. King Felipe and Queen Letizia, proud yet aware of the weight their daughter now shoulders, observed the union of love and legacy with cautious optimism. Meanwhile, Danish royals, including Queen Margrethe herself, welcomed the union with warmth, subtly signaling the merging of two royal destinies. But the public intrigue didn't stop there. Observers noted the careful choreography of the moment, the choice of location, the timing, even the attire, all symbolic. Leonor's dress, understated yet regal, hinted at a future queen ready to step into her own role, balancing youthful elegance with mature responsibility. Christian's approach, respectful yet confident, demonstrated his understanding of both love and duty. Together, they weren't merely a couple, they were the embodiment of a modern royal alliance, bridging Spain and Denmark through both personal affection and strategic symbolism. As the proposal became public knowledge, reactions spanned the globe. Social media erupted with images of the couple, analyses of the engagement ring, and commentary on what this meant for European royalty. Historians pointed out that such alliances have long-lasting political and cultural significance. By uniting these two houses, Leonor and Christian aren't just promising each other a life, they are continuing centuries of diplomacy, tradition, and interwoven royal narratives. And yet, the most compelling part of this story lies not in its grandeur, but in the humanity beneath it. Leonor, often perceived as a distant figure due to her role as heir, revealed vulnerability, joy, and authenticity in that single moment. She is not only a princess accepting a proposal, she is a young woman embracing her future with courage, grace, and clarity. The significance of her yes transcends the rings, the palaces, and the headlines. It signals the arrival of a royal ready to navigate the complex intersection of love, duty, and destiny. But the questions don't end there. How will this engagement shape the Spanish monarchy's perception both domestically and internationally? How will Denmark embrace the future queen who comes with a legacy of her own? And, perhaps most importantly, how will Leonor and Christian define a new model of modern royalty that balances tradition with personal choice? As the celebrations in Copenhagen continued, the symbolism of that moment resonated through every royal palace, every news outlet, and every heart watching. This was more than an engagement, it was a turning point. Leonor's acceptance was a declaration that even in the weight of crowns, titles, and expectations, love can guide the future. And so, as the sun set over Copenhagen, casting a golden light on the canals and cobblestone streets, the world could witness not just the engagement of two royal heirs, but the unfolding of a new chapter in European monarchy. A chapter where Princess Leonor said yes, not just to a man she loves, but to the promise of a future she is ready to shape with grace, courage, and unwavering resolve. This is the story of the young royal whose, yes, will echo through history, reminding the world that even amidst centuries of tradition, the heart still leads, and sometimes, that is the most revolutionary act of all.